ठीक है। और इज कॉर्पोरेट इमेज एंड आइडेंटिटी आर वन द सेम थिंग। ये बात मुझे पहले जाननी है, इमेज क्या होती है और आइडेंटिटी क्या होती है। And if we are the manual graduates, then how we are supposed to differentiate between image and identity? बताओगे? Couple of hints that were given to you in your textbooks, I have included in this slide also. लेकिन ये क्लियर नहीं हो रहा है अभी तक. Corporate identity is a desired character of the
It's
organization.
the image. So it's the image how a firm represents itself to public.
हाँ बेटा, वही तो आइडेंटिटी भी होनी चाहिए ना. लेट्स से लाइक हम लोग जैसे मूवीज के अंदर विलेंस होते हैं ना, तो इमेज इज ऑफ बैडमैन एंड आइडेंटिटी अगेन इज अ बैड कैरेक्टर. यही तो हुआ. Or hero in movies is again, hero is gonna be a good man and identity of him is gonna be of a good person doing good things. तो मुझे ये इमेज और आइडेंटिटी के अंदर डिफरेंशिएट नहीं कर मिल रहा है इस वक्त. I need to understand how this identity is different from image. And textbooks have given us a couple of lines like identity is the desired character of an organization. Identity is the preferred reading of the organization. Image the received perception and image is central in motivating the stakeholders. तो ये दोनों होने तो जरूर अलग चाहिए as textbooks are telling us. But apparently these words are not sufficient for us to differentiate between image and identity. That's why I'm seeking your help that whether this image and identity are two different words conveying us two different meanings or these are one and the same thing.
Image is the reputations of the organization.
नहीं सुनाई पड़ा बेटा, दोबारा बोलेगा क्या?
The image is the reputations of the organization.
क्या वर्ड क्या है बेटा? ये रेसी नहीं समझ में आ रहा ये वर्ड. इमेज इज द के बाद वाला वर्ड समझ नहीं आया मुझे.
A reputation of the organization.
Okay, image is the reputation of the organization. So it is it different from identity or not? मेरा कुछ क्वेश्चन बच्चे ये था because we are going to discuss identity and we know one thing as image very common to all of us. हम लोग बचपन से इमेज के बारे में बात करते चले आ रहे हैं. हम लोग को बचपन से बहुत ही क्रैपी से डायलॉग सुनाए गए हैं. फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन इज द लास्ट इंप्रेशन, है ना? ऐसे वाले डायलॉग हम लोग को कई बार सुनाए गए हैं. So is this image and identity are two different things? Yes or no? If yes, then how? If no, then why? Because textbooks want us to understand these two as different words. They have given us a couple of lines that identity is the desired character of the organization. Identity is the preferred reading about the organization. Image is received perception and it is central in motivating stakeholders. तो ये शायद एक ही हो. मुझे अभी तक ये चारों लाइनें पढ़ने के बाद भी मुझे डिफरेंस नहीं क्लियर हो रहा है.
Sir.
हाँ बेटा.
Sir, it is different. Identity is the recognition.
Identity is the recognition.
And image is the perception.
Identity is what we want others to see, and image is what others see.
That is a great line. Identity is what we want others to see, and image is what others actually see. That is the most genuine line that I can receive in a day. That seriously is a very good line. Identity is what we want others to tell that this is what we are. And image is that after us telling them that this is how we want to present ourselves, they create an image of ourselves and then they create a perception about ourselves that whether this person or this company is good or bad. That is image. So this part is actually okay. This was the best line, that identity is what we tell others and image is what others understand. This part is clear. And in order to create the identity, there are certain things which we are required to manage, like design, behavior, logo, culture, house style, values, color, mission, typeface, communication, association, personalities, charities, and political parties. Like design I can understand, is it is what you, how you want to, in what structure you want to present your organization. Hey, I believe you kids have till now studied about the organizational structures also. Those structures actually give us the design of the organization. If organization is a tall, you have you read those organizational structures? Tall organization, flat organization, horizontal organization, पढ़े हैं ये सारे अभी तक या नहीं?
No, sir.
हाँ, फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर खत्म होने वाला है, अभी तक पढ़े नहीं है, क्यों? ज्यादा पढ़ाई क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? है बेटा, अगर नहीं पढ़े तो क्यों नहीं पढ़े हैं?
Sir, today I got to know about these topics.
Okay, fine. So this has not been covered in any of other subject syllabus. Organization structure नहीं पढ़ाया गया है. That's actually something very strange, because then in next academic council meeting I'm going to propose कि organization structure include किया जाए. क्योंकि अगर फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में नहीं है तो होना चाहिए, बच्चों को पहले सेमेस्टर में ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बारे में पता होना चाहिए. दैट इज अ नॉर्मल थॉट प्रोसेस. तो अगर नहीं है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर तुम लोगों के सिलेबस में, तो थोड़ा सा हैरानी है, क्योंकि मुझे जहां तक याद पड़ता है बेटा, ऐसा हो नहीं सकता कि तुम लोगों को ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर ना सिखाए. वो मल्टी लेवल ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, बॉस, देन थ्री मैनेजर्स, देन जूनियर मैनेजर्स, बिलो दो थ्री मैनेजर्स, देन वर्कर्स, ऐसे वाले स्ट्रक्चर नहीं पढ़ाए गए हैं.
Sir, maybe teacher taught us, but I was maybe not
Okay,
present at
fine.
that class.
So organizations basically are of different structures. Those structures actually give us the different design of the organization. And those designs actually are very, very responsible for, or they basically are the backbone for us to present our identity to the masses or public. And if we are able to present a good identity, then only the public is going to perceive us as a good organization. And if they perceive us as a good organization, then only they are going to start becoming the stakeholder or interested parties in our organization, somehow, either by being the customer or by being the investor. Okay. Like I can give you an example. Uh, has anybody having any relative in ONGC or Oil India?
Sir, yes, my father is a ONGC contractor.
Okay, fine. So how in which department he usually good for his work? You don't know. Acha, anybody is having any idea how many managers, deputy general managers or general managers are there in any station of ONGC? Like ONGC is having multiple branches across India. ONGC is in Delhi also, ONGC is in Mumbai also, ONGC is in Chennai also, ONGC is in Assam also. ONGC कई जगह पे है. So let's say if we are talking about the ONGC division Assam, so how many managers, senior managers, deputy general managers and general managers are gonna be there? कितने होंगे? बता सकता है कोई? कोई any idea? Any rough idea is gonna be okay. मुझे बताइए, इसे exact number नहीं चाहिए इसके अंदर. Rough idea is absolutely fine. अरे तुक्का ही तो मार रहे हो, कह रहा हूँ यार, बोल दो. 2, 5, 10, 100, 50, 20, जो भी नंबर है नंबर बोल दो.
One general manager in each department.
हाँ बच्चे,
One general manager in each department.
one regional manager in each department. Is it regional manager? You use the word.
General manager.
Acha, one GM is in each department, and departments are way too many. And below this, that general manager, they have deputy general managers. Below that deputy general managers, they have senior managers. Below senior managers, they have managers. Below managers, they have deputy managers. Right? So even the word manager is having so many ranks, right from general to deputy. मैनेजर ही मैनेजर है वहां पे. सो दिस इज वन टाइप ऑफ एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. अच्छा, any kid having any friend or any kid having his own company in running in his house? Or anybody having any friend who is a shopkeeper? अपनी एक उसने कोई अच्छी सी शॉप डाल रखी हो, मॉल डाल रखा हो, कोई दुकान डाल रखी हो, किसी भी चीज की, कोई है किसी के पास ऐसा फ्रेंड या घर में बिजनेस है किसी का ऐसा?
We have a restaurant.
हाँ बेटा, ओके फाइन, यू हैव अ रेस्टोरेंट. So how many managers do you have?
A relatively small one, so there is only one manager.
Only one manager, and that manager is doing the jobs of right from purchase to salary distribution to inventory to any and everything. वही मैंने सारे काम देखता होगा.
Inventory is basically managed by the cook and his helper. They would tell
हाँ,
him.
so helpers are, see, we are talking about the manager part only. उसके जो subordinates हैं, जो support system है, वो अलग होता है, वो definitely होता है. It is not that a person is gonna become superhuman and is gonna perform all the functions. He's gonna become cook, he's gonna become sweeper, he's gonna become janitor, he's gonna become receptionist, he's gonna become doorkeeper. इतने सारे काम एक आदमी नहीं कर सकता. But only one manager to manage all these jobs. यही तो होगा. Yes or no? आवाज नहीं आई बेटा, ने यस बोला नहीं बोला,
Yes, sir.
है ना? So this is another type of organizational structure. The larger number of positions are there, it is assumed that the larger or the bigger is the organization. The lesser number of positions are there in the organization, it is automatically assumed that this organization is smaller. Think this is one conclusion that we actually can get from the organizational structure itself. स्ट्रक्चर हमको बताया था कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बड़ा होगा कि छोटा होगा. ठीक. And whenever we are able to get an idea about the structure and we are able to create a perception of the organization, that simply means we have created the image of the organization in our own mind. And if that image is of a bigger organization, let's say ONGC, तो अगर ONGC अपना शेयर निकालता है, then there are going to be lot number of people who would actually be interested in purchasing the shares of ONGC. लेकिन अगर कोई हमारा फ्रेंड जिसका अपना बिजनेस हो घर के सामने, वो अपना शेयर्स निकालेगा, तो शायद हमें लोग ना खरीदें. ठीक, because we know the organization is smaller, because the number of managers he has are very far too less, and the lesser number of managers simply means smaller organization. Smaller organization simply means not many people are gonna become the investor or stakeholder in that organization. ठीक, खास तौर से वो लोग जो बिल्कुल अनजान हो. So if I am having a business and I want to launch my shares in Chennai or Delhi, then nobody knows me over there, and that's why they would never purchase the shares of my organization. That simply means they would never become my stakeholder. So design itself is able to create the perception regarding the identity as well as image of the organization. Okay, this is part one. I and all these things can be explained in this manner. I just need to understand. हाँ बेटा, कोई बच्चा कुछ बोला था ना? नहीं बोला तो खैर जाने दो. I just explain you the concept of design with regards to corporate identity as well as corporate image. All these points can actually be explained in this manner. I am more interested in terms of discussing political parties and charities. अगर मुझे ये दोनों बातें बता सको कि हाउ चैरिटीज और हाउ पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज आर एबल टू send us the message with regards to image of the organization and are able to create the identity of the organization, then we can move on to next slide. Like personalities again is easy to explain. If even if you and me are having the businesses, we are not gonna hire Amitabh Bachchan to promote our brand. Think, because we cannot afford him. But mostly companies who have the affordability, they actually like to have Amitabh Bachchan endorsing their products. because they know that the personality is very large. So whenever a large personality is going to associate itself with a product, then the image of the product is going to become as large as the personality is. And the larger image a product is carrying, the larger or better image the company would be carrying. Like, there was a time when people used to purchase the products endorsed by Mahendra Singh Dhoni because he was considered to be the most honest and most hardworking person in India in sports field. And because of his honesty and hardworking nature, because of his never say die approach, people started liking the products endorsed by Mahendra Singh. And that's why the company's image for whose endorsement the Mahendra Singh Dhoni was doing, the image of the company also improved. And that was the basic agenda with all those companies who had Mahendra Singh Dhoni to endorse their products to improve their identity. See, so personalities again is easy to explain. But I need to understand the concept of these political parties and charities. And I am asking this concept regarding political parties because it is very, very relevant. I believe all of you are regular to Facebook. फेसबुक तो करते हो ना तुम लोग?
Yes, sir.
भाई कितने अच्छे बच्चे मिले हैं, एक भी फेसबुक नहीं करता. सीरियसली, मतलब झूठ
Yes,
बोलने
sir.
की भी ना करते हो फिर ठीक है. मतलब मैं वरना मैं कहने वाला था बेटा झूठ बोलने की ना लिमिट होनी चाहिए. आजकल के बच्चे फेसबुक नहीं करते, इम्पॉसिबल है. एनीवे, सो हाँ पल्लवी नहीं करती है. पल्लवी, यू डोंट डू फेसबुक? ग्रेट, यू आर अ वेरी नाइस किड बेटा. सच्ची, फेसबुक से यार टाइम बर्बाद करने वाली एक्टिविटी कोई है नहीं दुनिया में. अगर तू नहीं हो उसके ऊपर तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. सो प्राउड ऑफ यू. सीरियसली मैं भी फेसबुक नहीं करता, मुझे बहुत खराब लगती है. इतना क्रैप आता है ना आजकल फेसबुक के ऊपर, ये करने का मन ही नहीं करता, उसको देखने का मन ही नहीं करता. एनीवे, वी आर डिस्कसिंग आवर सब्जेक्ट. So the kids who are regular to Facebook, they might have seen certain images when Ambanis were having some evening dinners or parties with Congress leaders. And then we have seen in recent times Ambanis have been promoted as the agent or of present government or the leader of the present government, Narendra Singh Modi. है ना? And in both the cases, it is none other but Ambani who is getting the benefit. When he was associated with a political party, which is directly in contrast with the current political party. But we have the evidences that Ambanis are associated with both the parties. And in both the regimes, they have earned some benefits. Right? So political parties actually are able to provide some benefits to the company. I just need to understand how these political parties are able to provide this corporate identity to a company and they are able to build up the image of the company. मुझे वो बात पूछनी थी बस. बताओगे? अरे बताओगे कि नहीं बताओगे? यस और नो बताओ.
When a company gets promoted by political parties, the people in favor seems to create a good image of the company.
When a political party is supported, when a company is supported by a political party, then people do what?
People in favor of the political party, they have seems to have a good image of them, the company.
Acha beta, this statement that you are giving me is correct. But I am not sure how, if a company is associated with a political party, then people are gonna make good image. Because the people who are supporting that political party, they might have the good image about their company. But people who are not supporting that political party, they might not be having the good image about the company. So this part I need to understand how and why you are making a claim that if a company is being supported by a political party, then people are able to take the good image of the company, which is true. I'm just posing my doubt that people who support the political party would favor the company, the people who don't support the political party won't favor the company. It's a normal conclusion. Your argument is absolutely correct, but how you are able to make this statement, this is my intention to know.
Those
ये बात बिल्कुल ठीक है
who oppose
जो हमको चिन्मय ने बताई कि अगर कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी किसी कंपनी को फेवर करती है तो उस कंपनी का इमेज अच्छा हो जाता है, लेकिन द वे वी आर लुकिंग पॉलिटिक्स एज ऑफ राइट नाउ, हमको ऐसा लगता है कि जो लोग पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को सपोर्ट करते होंगे वही कंपनी को अच्छा पाते होंगे, जो उसको अपोज करते हैं वो कंपनी को खराब पाते होंगे। ठीक, अगेन वी हैव सीन दिस विद द पंजाब सिनेरियो जहां पे जियो को नुकसान पहुंचाया गया because it was touted that owners of Jio were being favored by the current government, BJP government, and Punjab state had a different political party ruling, right? So they started doing again an n number of bad things against the company because the company was supposed to be supported by the central government or the political party ruling in central India. ठीक, तो ये बात मुझे ऐसा करंट के जो न्यूज सिनेरियो है वो देख के लगता है कि ये सही होनी चाहिए, बट योर स्टेटमेंट इज अकॉर्डिंग टू टेक्स्ट बुक मोर करेक्ट that if a company is supported by a political party, people find that company good. Now I need the logic. बताएगा कोई?
no, sir.
कोई मैसेज नहीं आया, कोई आवाज भी नहीं आई। Okay, fine. See, as it happens, that if a company is being supported by a political party, what, as a common man, we can imply from this? Any kid can answer this question. अगर हमको लगता है कोई कंपनी किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से सपोर्टेड है, तो उस कंपनी को हम लोग अच्छा पाने के लिए क्या हमको समझ में आता है? Like if people are posting a question on different social media sites that Ambanis are being supported by Narendra Modi, right? So what are the benefits that Ambanis are gonna be getting? There was a time when his younger brother Anil Ambani, he was supposed to be the all-time favorite of another political party, and he was doing a very nice business. N number of benefits were given to him. There was a time when Vijay Mallya was being favored by the ruling government of India. The political parties were ruling in India at that time. And Vijay Mallya got, we all, how much loan he was able to get. Right? There was a time when this Thadani, another person who has left the country because of embezzling money from banks, he was supposed to be supported by another political party. And this is a common perception across the globe. Whenever a company is perceptibly supported by a political party, then it is assumed that all the jobs of the company are going to become easier in that country. And whenever the job or cost of doing a job in a country for a company is easy or less, then the company starts earning more profits. And all the companies are only established to earn more profits. So even though we might support the political party or might not support the political party, but we know in our heart in heart that yes, the company which is being supported by a political party is going to get all its jobs done at the least cost possible. And that would allow the company to maximize its profit. And maximum profit is the only thing in which you and me as a common stakeholders are interested. Because if somehow we become the shareholder at that company, then we would start receiving the shares of that profit, which again instigate the companies to purchase the shares which was the last point in our last slide. दिखाऊं उसको? ये देखो, corporate image is central in motivating stakeholders. Stakeholder, one part is shareholder. तो अगर इमेज अच्छी है, then corporates are able to invite, motivate shareholders or stakeholders to come and start investing in the company. That again is good source of money for the company to expand its business. ठीक है, अब एक बस लास्ट पॉइंट मुझे बता दो, फिर आगे चलते हैं. चैरिटीज. चैरिटीज का क्या लेन देन है? If a company is doing charity or not doing charity, how it can improve its identity as well as its image. नहीं बताओगे? That Chinmay has told us the organization who donate money to charities creates a good image. That is partially correct, and that is one psychological or human upbringing, part of human upbringing. If any of you kid is regular to Discovery or National Geographic Channel, then you might have seen that even the animals who are moving in group, they divide themselves into certain categories. Certain animals who are bigger and larger, they always try to protect the group. Even in the group of monkeys, the older monkeys, always try to protect or send warning signals to all the members in their group so that predators cannot harm them. Same is true with the group of zebra or deers or any other. The larger monkeys always tend to protect the entire population, and the senior animals, they always tend to provide, like in the group of elephant, the older the elephant is, the more respect or authority the elephant gains in its group, right? So same is with the human, because human at one point of time was also an animal. Human still is an animal, but human has evolved from animals. But protecting the group, protecting the race is one feature that is ingrained in our genetic system. And whenever any company is doing charity, then we like to become the part of that company either by purchasing the shares or by purchasing the item, so that the benefits can be transferred to the larger group of humans and the lives of larger number of people can become better. That's why charities, if a company is doing charity, then we would like to get associated with it, because in our perception, they are providing some benefit to the human society at large, which is something ingrained in our own genetic system. हम सब लोग किसी का भी बुरा करने की कोशिश नहीं करेंगे. मैंने एक शायद एग्जाम्पल भी दिया था कि अगर सड़क पे छोटा बेबी हम लोगों को दिख जाए 2-3 months का पड़ा हुआ, तो ऑल ऑफ अस वुड, नो मैटर हाउ डर्टी द बेबी कुड बी, बट हम लोग उसको उठाएंगे और सड़क के किनारे रखेंगे, किसी ट्री के किनारे रखेंगे, या पुलिस स्टेशन लेके जाएंगे, या उसके पेरेंट्स को आवाज लगाने की कोशिश करेंगे. बट वी वुड ट्राई टू प्रोटेक्ट द बेबी एंड वी वुड ट्राई, नो व्हीकल रन्स ओवर दैट बेबी. दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज इनग्रेन्ड इन ऑल ऑफ अस. हम सब के अंदर ये जेनेटिक सिस्टम में इनग्रेन्ड हो चुका है. हम, we as animal, we as species or race, we always try to protect our race. ये हम सबके साथ है और सारे एनिमल्स के साथ भी है. Ants try to protect the other ants. Other insects try to protect the other insects of their own same breed. So this is something which is ingrained in all the animals. And charities is one part जहाँ पे हमको पता चलता है कि yes, the part of our money is gonna go to the benefits of society at large. That's why we create a good identity and image for that company. अच्छा, इसमें से बाकी पॉइंट किसी को कोई पूछना है कि मैं आगे चलूंगा? जो मुझे अच्छे लगते थे मैंने बता दिए.
Sir, can you explain typeface?
कौन सा बेटा?
Sir, second point, typeface.
टाइप फेस. अच्छा, मुझे इसका मीनिंग बताएगी प्लीज, टाइप फेस क्या होता है? Because this part is actually concerned with English language. अगर तुम लोग मुझे इसका सिर्फ मीनिंग बता दो So you will see the concept itself is going to become very, very easy to understand. नहीं? See, the messages of the company that are coming out of the company, like billboard के ऊपर जो words लिखे होते हैं, या टीवी पे हम लोग जो कंपनी के बारे में एक आधा words का नाम किस तरीके से लिखा आता है, उसका मैसेज किस तरीके से लिखा आता है, that basically is the typeface. The font, the style, and the size of the alphabets used to write the name of the company as well as the message of the company is the typeface. So how it is able to improve or decrease the image or identity of the company? You help me. Typeface simply means the way alphabets are written in the name of the company or in the messages of the company. That is typeface. Acha, you kids are familiar of the Gothic style of typing. Gothic style जानते हो? Let me try. अगर मुझे यहाँ पे दिख जाए तो Gothic style मैं दिखाता हूँ. नहीं, मेरे लैपटॉप पे गॉथिक स्टाइल है नहीं. अरे जिस स्टाइल में हॉरर मूवीज के अंदर अल्फाबेट्स लिखे होते हैं वो गॉथिक स्टाइल कहलाता है. क्या होता है वो स्टाइल? किसी को पता है? हॉरर मूवीज देखी किसी ने कभी? तुम लोगों ने हॉरर मूवीज नहीं देखी हैं? हाँ, सिनेमा ने देखी है. ये लड़का मेरी तरह शैतान लगता है. मैंने भी बचपन में बहुत देखी थी. Anyway, so do you remember the words from which the blood is oozing out in horror movies? अल्फाबेट्स में से ब्लड टपक रहा होता है. ऐसे वाले वो देखे होंगे हॉरर मूवीज के अंदर,
Yes, sir.
है ना? That is basically Gothic style. अच्छा, tell me why none of the company is adopting those type of writing styles in their messages or company names. वो स्टाइल क्यों नहीं लेते वो लोग? एंड यू अगेन नाउ अगर वो चीज परसेप्टिवली अंडरस्टैंडेबल है तो फिर कभी देखा होगा कि बहुत सारी कंपनी जो इट इज सपोज टू बी रिपल्सिव. यस, इट इज सपोज टू बी रिपल्सिव. एंड व्हेनेवर बाय लुकिंग एट द अल्फाबेट्स इफ यू फील रिपल्शन then there are chances that you would not go around the company's business. And now let's come to real world. मूवी से बाहर आते, असली दुनिया में आते. There are certain companies which are always using a particular color in their fonts, like blue. याद आता है किसी कंपनी में? और रेड कलर याद आता है किसी कंपनी के अल्फाबेट के अंदर या नेम के अंदर सिर्फ रेड ही कलर इस्तेमाल होता, कोई और कलर इस्तेमाल ही ना होता हो? है ऐसी कोई? या किसी कंपनी के अल्फाबेट्स के नेम के अंदर सिर्फ ब्लू ही कलर इस्तेमाल होता हो? ऐसी कोई कंपनी है?
Sir, red color is in the logo of Airbnb.
किसका बेटा, किसका?
Sir, Airbnb.
इसका क्या कलर है?
Sir, the logo color is red.
ऑलवेज. अच्छा, असल में ना ये नेम थोड़ा सा टिपिकल है. इफ यू कैन रिमेम्बर द नेम ऑफ कोका कोला, व्हाट कलर इज द फॉन्ट?
Sir, red color.
Red. Right, that is easily recognizable by most of us. That's why I took the name of Coca-Cola. Otherwise, we can discuss the case of Airbnb. But still, why red color only for Coca-Cola across the globe? दुनिया में कहीं भी चले जाओ, कोका कोला कभी नीले रंग से लिखा हुआ नहीं मिलेगा. और पेप्सी कभी भी ना रेड कलर से लिखा हुआ नहीं मिलेगा.
KFC also, McDonald's, Pizza Hut.
हाँ, all these companies they have actually adopted a particular color for their fonts. तो ऐसा इससे क्या होता है, एक कलर अडॉप्ट करने से yes, first it becomes the recognizable, easily recognizable brand. Second, as it happens, the colors are associated with certain specific human emotions. A particular color is gonna invoke a particular emotion, and that emotion, if it is prevalent in the large number of people, then मैं बताता हूँ. जैसे एक इमोशन है स्टेइंग यंग. जितने छोटे बच्चे होते हैं सबको जल्दी से बड़ा होना होता है, जितने बुढ़े लोग होते हैं सबको छोटा यंग ही दिखते रहना होता है. देखा है ना ये बात? तो या नहीं देखी ये बात? सारे छोटे बच्चे सबको जल्दी से बड़ा होना होता है, यंग होना होता है, ठीक, एडल्ट होना होता है. और जितने लोग बुढ़े हो होते हैं सबको अपने बाल काले करके यंग दिखना होता है. क्यों?
Yes, sir.
क्यों ऐसा होता क्यों है बेटा, मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ.
So to look more energetic.
Yes, and red is the color which is associated with energy and youth, right? So Coca-Cola has chosen the color which is associated with youthful energy, the red color, across the globe. ठीक? And now with this red color also they are able to project an image, and that image is gonna create an identity of the company that it's a youthful, energetic company. It is a tireless company. ये कभी थकती नहीं है. Got the idea?
Okay, sir.
चलो. So now the textbook want us to tell that corporate identity management is a broad term used to identify the various strategies employed to oversee and direct factors that impact the identity of a company both internally and externally. I seriously don't like these words. मुझे समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है क्या बोल रहा है ये. This means that the identity management effort not only has to do with the cultivation of a viable corporate culture that lends itself well to the interests of the company, but also to how the company is perceived by its peer in the industry. क्या बोला ये? कोई बताएगा मुझे इसका मीनिंग? हाँ? Any kid care to explain these lines to me?
Different factors that help create company image.
Yes, and because your statement is still incomplete.
And to identify them and work on them.
नहीं बेटा, फिर तो भी बुक जितना ही कॉम्प्लेक्स हो गया. जितनी कॉम्प्लेक्स ये लाइनें लिखी है बुक ने उतना ही कॉम्प्लेक्स एक्सप्लेनेशन दे दिया. थोड़ा इजी कर यार.
To work on all this, those factors which helps create good.
Yes, that is partially correct, but still not the complete meaning. अच्छा, you kids have studied the general definition of management. मैनेजमेंट क्या होता है, कोई बताएगा मुझे? Any kid can help me recalling the definition of management. अरे बेटा मेरा ना टाइम खत्म होने वाला है, मेरे पास मैसेज फ्लैश कर गया, मुझे थोड़ा जल्दी बताने की कोशिश करोगे प्लीज?
Controlling and managing.
Yes, planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the resources for the benefit of group of people known as company. है ना, यही तो था मैनेजमेंट. Corporate anti management is not very different from the general definition of management. They again are gonna identify the resources, they again are gonna develop these strategies, they again are gonna employ the resources to improve the image or identity of the organization. So whatever we have studied in the definitions of management, those definitions actually are true in context with the corporate identity management also. So the corporate identity management will try to cover any and everything falling within the purview of the company. Now people, the employees of the company are gonna become part of the identity management. The machines, technology of the company is gonna become the part of the organization, corporate identity management. The land, labor, capital, everything is gonna become the part of corporate identity management. And this now this definition becomes very easy to understand. That if tomorrow Ambanis want to launch a business, बड़ा वाला अंबानी, not छोटा वाला, ठीक है? मुकेश अंबानी अगर अपने असम के अंदर कोई कंपनी लगाना चाहेगा, then people would be happy, ठीक? और अगर हमारा कोई नेबर असम के अंदर अपनी कंपनी लगाना चाहेगा, then we would be basically indifferent, कि ठीक है, डाल रहा है, पैसे वाला आदमी है, कंपनी डाल रहे हैं, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं, ठीक? So since Ambani is able to procure more money, since Ambani is able to invest more money, that's why the image of his maiden effort in Assam also are gonna be appreciated highly. So corporate anti-management is basically identifying all the resources, is basically employing all the resources, is basically developing the strategies to employ those resources and coming out with a final outcome which is going to be beneficial for the company, stakeholders and the society at large. ठीक है, चले आगे या इसको दोबारा बताऊं? हम्म, यार चलो छोड़ो, मेरा टाइम भी खत्म हो रहा है, इसको अभी यही रोकते हैं, ठीक है? विल फिनिश दिस पार्ट इन नेक्स्ट क्लास, अगर हुई तो. यस,
Thank you, sir.
वेलकम बेटा. एंड योर अटेंडेंस इज इन दी नॉट नीडेड इन दी व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप बिकॉज मैंने मॉर्निंग में ले ली थी. सुबह मॉर्निंग में जितनी अटेंडेंसेज आई थी उसके आधे बच्चे हैं, लेकिन फिर भी विल गो अहेड विद इट, ठीक है? मीटिंग मेरा कॉल हुआ था, बच्चों का नहीं. सो it is not their fault, they are gonna get their attendances. Take care, bye.